Benham,
Designation.
Representative Bizarro.
Here.
Representative Borowski. Representative Cephas.
Designation.
Representative Gallagher.
Here.
Representative Hohenstein.
Here.
Representative Isaacson.
Here.
Representative Malagari.
Designation.
Representative Mullins.
Designation.
Representative Monroe.
Designation.
Representative Nelson.
Designation.
Representative Paoli.
Here.
Representative Steele.
Designation.
Representative Hogan.
Designation.
Representative Kale.
Designation.
Representative Kaufman.
Here.
Representative Cutts.
Here.
Representative Major.
Here.
Representative Mahaffey.
Here.
Representative Mahalik.
Here.
Representative Rinkavage.
Present.
Yes, I got it. Representative Tomlinson.
Designation.
Representative Warner.
Designation.
Representative Williams.
Designation. And I'm here as well.
I wasn't sure if I needed to call you guys.
You did.
It's her first
Chairman
Yeah, it's fine. How you
Burgos.
doing here?
Are you here,
Here.
Chairman Burgos? And Chairman Metzgar, are you here?
I am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Brooks. Ms. Brooks, I'm pleased to report the committee is reorganized and ready to do business. Next, I call up House Bill 81, sponsored by Representative Venkat. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mahaffey.
Representative Mahaffey is first and second by Representative Isaacson. Mr. Scott, please summarize the bill.
This bill prohibits additional fees for consumers who request paper account statements. The bill places no restrictions on companies who provide incentives to consumers to select an alternative to a paper statement.
Representative Venkat, would you like to speak on the bill?
Thank you, Chair Burgos, Chair Metzger, members of the committee. As always, the best ideas for legislation come from our constituents. And the idea for this legislation came from a constituent of mine writing to me about the high fees that she is paying on a monthly basis that accumulates over the course of a year to well over $100 related to having paper statement fees. And I think fundamentally, one of our jobs through the unfair trade practices law is to make sure that customers get a fair shake when they're dealing with businesses. And I don't think anyone should pay a fee simply because they want a paper statement. And I think this is especially true for senior citizens, for those with limited internet access, and frankly for those who organize their financial life around having paper statements. One of the arguments I've heard against the legislation is that paper statements somehow are associated with fraud. I've asked for that evidence. I haven't received it from some of the stakeholders who have said this. And again, the bill allows for incentives to move to electronic statements without charging customers an additional fee simply for continuing in a way that they've managed their personal finances over a long period of time. So I'm very grateful to have the leadership of Representative Mahaffey, Representative Matzey in putting forward this legislation, and I'd humbly ask for an affirmative vote.
Thank you, Representative Venkat. Does any member have a comment? Representative Mahaffey?
Thank you. I'd like to add to that, and Representative Venkat, I thank you for bringing me along with this. This is a great idea, and I think it's something that should have been done a long time ago. But here's where we're at, and this is what caught me by surprise. The PUC right now does this in their regulations. So they are not allowing their utility companies to charge for paper as far as their invoices and so forth. So that's a good thing, and I think if we follow that model, that's something that we should do. Why would we use the stick method rather than the carrot method is something that let's entice people to go digital and do the things they do and give them that. But why would we charge people to do these statements? So I think it's a great thing. Thank you, Representative, for bringing this forth.
Thank you, Representative, on behalf. Does anyone has comments or questions? Hearing none, Ms. Brooks, would you take roll call?
Are there any nays? Is
No.
that correct? Go through every name?
There are negative votes, so I think maybe a roll call would be appropriate,
Okay.
if
will
that's
do.
okay.
Chairman Burgos,
Yes.
Representative Benham,
Yes, designation.
Representative Bizarro,
Yes.
Representative Borowski. Yes. Representative Gallagher
Yes.
and Representative Cephas.
Yes.
Representative Hohenstein,
Yes.
Representative Isaacson,
Yes.
Representative Malagari. Designation.
Yes, designation.
Representative Mullins.
Yes.
Representative Monroe,
Yes, designation.
Representative Nelson,
Yes, designation.
Representative Pielli, thank you. Representative Steele,
Yes, designation.
Chairman Metzgar,
Yes.
Representative Hogan,
Yes, by designation.
Representative Kale,
Yes, by designation.
Representative Kaufman,
No.
Representative Cutts,
No.
Representative Major,
Yes.
Representative Mahaffey,
Yes.
Representative Mahalik,
Yes.
Representative Rinkovich,
Yes.
Representative Tomlinson,
Yes, by designation.
Representative Warner,
Yes, by designation.
Representative Williams.
Yes, by designation.
Thank you, Ms. Brooks. The bill passes. Next, I call up House Bill 825, sponsored by Representative Rinkovich. Motion to move the bill. Moved. Representative Borowski, motion to move the bill, and Representative Kutz seconds it. Mr. Scotts, please summarize the bill.
Absolutely. This bill addresses the issue of duplicative utility poles or ghost poles. It directs the PUC to begin a rulemaking on the issue. Topics to be considered as part of the rulemaking are to include coordination, indemnity, timeliness, and cost allocation when the utility refuses to relocate its facilities onto a new pole. And finally, the bill directs the PUC to create a registry of utility companies in Pennsylvania with pole attachments.
Would any member at this time have a question or a comment? Representative Rinkovich.
Thank you, Chairman Burgos and Chairman Metzger, for pushing forward this legislation, this committee. This, for the information of members, this was House Bill 1619 last session, and we held a hearing on it in committee addressing the safety standards for utility poles that are left in our downtown main streets, as well as the BEAD funding that is coming down from the federal government and not having the ability to attach utility lines to these poles. It passed unanimously last session, and I ask for an affirmative vote. Thank you.
Representative Borowski.
Thank you, Chairman Burgos. I just want to thank Representative Rinkovich for this legislation. It was a good piece of legislation last session, and it is something that is a huge issue in my community, and I dealt with this as a commissioner, and I appreciate this and think it will make it a lot easier for communities to rid themselves of these unsightly and dangerous, in many cases, ghost poles. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions from members? Seeing none, are there any negative votes? Being there's no negative votes, the bill passes unanimously. And finally, I would like to call up House Resolution 85, sponsored by Representative Matsy. Motion to move the resolution. Representative Isaacson. Second. Representative Rinkovich. Mr. Scott, please summarize the resolution.
This resolution designates March 18 as Natural Gas Utility Workers' Day in Pennsylvania.
Any comments or questions? I guess everybody wants to go to lunch. Seeing there are no negative votes, the bill passes unanimously. At this moment, I invite my co-chair, Chairman Metzger, to any comments as we start this new session.
Thank you, Chairman, and look forward to working with the committee. We have some very heavy issues that we need to address, and I know you'll do a fine job as chair, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Thank you. For the information of the members, there will be a public information hearing on March 24th at 11 a.m. in the Ryan Office Building, room 205. Committee will take testimony from the Pennsylvania Public Utility Commissions along with questions and answers. Our next voting meeting will be April 27th, 2025 at 10 a.m. in the Ryan Office Building, room 205. Agenda to be determined. There being no further business, this meeting is adjourned.